What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, late afternoon. I'm a little bit late on this one, but we've always got to hit the injury report before you get to the end of a practice day. And there's actually a lot that we need to learn from this practice report. So let's dive in, courtesy of Nemhauser here. He's got both sides of it. We're going to zoom in a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit fuzzy, but I think you guys will be all right. Did not participate. We've got Brady Russell, who barely plays. We've got Travis Gibson, who doesn't play. And then you've got three guys who are mostly just out for rest. You've got Leonard Williams, Abe Lucas, Jonathan Hankins, all out because of rest. So I'm not saying that they're all 100%. We know Abe Lucas isn't. We know Leonard Williams isn't. But there's no reason to believe their availability should be affected by any of this. So things got a lot better from yesterday. If you look at what we were dealing with yesterday and what we're dealing with today, it's very, very different. Limited participation, Zach Charbonnet, so he made the forward progress, so he is likely to be available for game day. I would assume that someone who's able to practice some on Thursday will be able to go on Sunday. We will see, but good news. Oluwatimi also went from a DNP yesterday to a limited participation today. Good indication he will be able to play. And I know Jalen Sundle did some nice things out there, but I would much prefer that he's able to go than Sundle. Trey Brown, limited. Now, he's another guy who doesn't really play that much, but not a bad thing to have. I would rather have it than not have it, especially with the way our cornerbacks have been playing lately. Some of them, anyway. It's good to have a backup plan. So Trey Brown, maybe he's going to make his way off the injured list at some point, be able to play. And then you've got Ernest Jones, who remains limited. Should be fine, but yeah, not a shift there, but everything else moving in the right direction. So looks good to me. Full participation. This is where things get a little bit better. Ken Walker was a full participant today, so every reason to believe that he's good to go for game day. DK Metcalf is a full participant after straight up missing yesterday with the shoulder, so he's just managing it, but he's clearly fine. Noah Fant, full participant after being limited yesterday. AJ Barner remains a full participant. Kayvon Wallace, still a full participant. And, of course, the really big one, Geno Smith, full participant. Every reason to believe that he's going to play against the Vikings. So it's actually pretty good compared to where we were yesterday. Tomlinson, Lockett, and Reed were resting. So them being in practice today is no surprise. And them being available for the game on Sunday is no surprise. So you're looking at this, you're not feeling too bad about anything, I feel like. Charbonnet and Oluwatimi need to show that they can actually get their way back for the game, but right now signs are positive. Limited participation on Thursday is usually a good sign. We'll know more tomorrow, but it sure looks like Ken Walker's putting that injury in the rear view mirror. So, hey, can't ask for too much more than this, given where we were yesterday. Vikings. They actually got a little bit worse today. Fabian Moreau remains out with the hip injury, so long odds that he plays, and he's not a starter for them or anything, but still. Jalen Redmond with a concussion remains out, so he's probably not going to play at this point. He remains a DNP, so I would assume that Jalen Redmond's not playing, and he's been very good for them. He just doesn't play a ton. He's a part-time player. Harrison Smith went backwards today. Did not participate after being a limited participant yesterday. So Harrison Smith, that's no small thing. Definitely worth monitoring. If he's gone backwards to the point where he cannot go on game day, that affects them, for sure. Limited participation, we got Patrick Jones II, remains limited with the knee injury. I imagine he's fine. Brian O'Neill, limited with the knee injury as well, same as yesterday. Looks like he'll play. I would question if he's going to be able to go at full bore. And remember, that's a big deal. This Vikings tackle situation has already been tested, and Harrison Phillips remains limited with his own knee injury. So they've got some things going on here that are not ideal. Full participation, we got Gilmore and Josh Oliver still, but they added CJ Ham and Dallas Turner to the list. Neither devastating losses necessarily, but notable that something happened today or yesterday. David Kessenberry went from limited to full today, so he went the right way. But yeah, the Vikings are probably less happy today than they were yesterday with the injury situation. So you don't like to go backwards. All right. So let's. Oh, it looks like I'm sorry. Dallas Turner was on limited participation yesterday. He was not on the official Vikings injury report. So that's interesting. He must have been a late addition to the LP list, and now he's full. So that's obviously still a good sign, but not somebody that they're leaning on super heavily right now anyway. And that's about it. So a little bit of a lightning round here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just go. I think I've said what needs to be said. I think we can be pretty relieved right now, but we need the final good word tomorrow before we truly breathe easy. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks.